You got emotional.
Chill, Zach. I mean, yeah.
No, there's nothing wrong with
I
it.
told my mom before I went up to take my speech, I was like, please don't cry, because once you cry, I'm gonna start crying. And I love my mom to death, and obviously this is very emotional for us, not just for me, but also just the whole family. And I mean, I think it's just great, and I'm blessed to have both of my parents still in my life today, as well as my two beautiful little sisters.
They're both here this season?
Yeah.
RJ, how do you describe the feeling of being able to go winning the award after the season getting the Giants hat?
I have to give all the glory to God. Without Him, I wouldn't be able to succeed anything really. So I just a big believer in my faith, and just understanding that he's envisioned this for me already. He's already carved out this plan, and it's just really about just me trusting the process and just continue to put the work in.
RJ, what does it mean for the Dominican and Ecuadorian communities that you won this award? You talked about that before.
I think it's very big. Para la gente que están viendo, gracias por el apoyo y para que sepan que tienen uno de ellos que están representando la comunidad latina sudamericana. So I mean, I think it's just great, obviously to be in New York and just really just to put on for those communities, which is they're very big in New York. And a funny thing is if you go to Dominican Republic and you ask somebody what the state of United what's the state of United?
What's the country?
What's the capital? My fault. What's the capital of the United States of America? They'll say New York.
Yeah.
So that's all they know. So I mean, I think it's just great to really just be able to represent and obviously hopefully be the first Ecuadorian to play in the NBA.
RJ, you told us a lot about like your surgery and what you had to go through during the summer. I mean, did you think you would get to this point back in April, May, and June that you'd be the Big East Player of the Year?
I mean, if I told you that, I think I would be lying to myself. My main focus is really just just trying to get back to myself. Trying to be healthy, and obviously God allowed me to do that. And as the season played on, I kind of seen that I was capable of winning the award. So I mean, I think it just goes a lot to say that with determination and with determination and success, you can get anything done. And like I said, I got to give the credit to my teammates. Without them, I wouldn't be considerable of this award just because how great of a season we've had as a whole. And like Coach Pacino says, when you play for the name on the front, the name on the back is going to prosper. So I'm just an example of that.
RJ, what was the summer like? When did you have the surgeries and
I had the surgery in April.
And like what was the kind of after what happened and like, how long until you really started to?
I got you. I had this surgery in April.
It was 2 surgeries, right?
Yeah, I got them. I mean, it was one, but I got them on both of my legs.
Oh, okay.
It was a muscle compartment release. So I got the surgery in April. I asked Coach P if I could do my rehab back home, just to be with my family because it was going to be a tough process. And he said that was fine. So I didn't come back to school until July 4th. And then once I got to school, I started working out. And then I didn't get to practice till
September, right?
Until August.
Okay.
So it's been a long process, and I think everybody that's been in my circle has done a great job of supporting me and giving me that confidence to try to get back to myself. And like I said, I'm thankful that I'm healthy now.
So you had doubts if you would after the surgery?
I actually did. I didn't think I was going to be as explosive or as athletic, and the funny thing is I'm probably jumping higher than I was last year. So shout out to Dr. O'Malley. He gave me new legs.
RJ, what did it mean to have Zuby here today?
That's my guy. That's my dog. Love Zuby. It was just great to have him there. I'm kind of mad he wasn't crying like my mom, but no, I think it's just a great feeling just to see. I mean, Zuby deserves everything coming to his way. Just to see what he came from last year to this year and his transition, and us both. This being our second year under Coach Pitino, from him not even playing last year to becoming the captain and starting every game and just playing with all that energy that he does, and it kind of is very infectious to everybody else on the team and everybody feeds off of it. So I'm really proud of Zub, and he won first team and he got Most Improved Player of the Year, and I'm very happy for him.
Do you remember
something about Coach Pitino that people on the outside don't know, and what it's like to play for him?
Was something about him?
Yeah, something about him and what it's like to play for him that people outside the program don't know, but you as players know about.
I mean, the perspective of people act differently in front of the cameras and stuff like that. He's the same person. he's always cracking jokes. He's very genuine. He's a family person. He's very respectful, and he's just a great coach, hands down. Just what he's been through, and really just the level of success that he has, and just to see that he still has that type of hunger even at his age. And I think it's great, and I'm just very, very blessed to be coached under a Hall of Fame coach.
RJ, one of the things that Coach Pitino was saying just a little while ago was that, you guys haven't had a lot of blowout wins, that there are so many wins that have been really close at the end. Why do you guys always win those?
You just got to give it to credit to the Big East, the entire conference. I feel like hands down is top to bottom is one of the most competitive conferences in the country, and everybody's always going to, put on their best show and, try to play hard. And, the question that you asked about how we always win.
Why do you always win?
I can't tell you the secret, but I just think it's just because we just play hard and nobody wants to lose. And I think that's the biggest thing with us is, no matter how much adversity we go through the game, and if shots aren't falling, guys are still gonna try to put all their effort in on the defensive end to get the job done.
St. John's hasn't had this
You're the favorite. You're the favorite in this tournament. This team. Is there pressure?
I think pressure is not knowing what your next meal is gonna be, or where you're laying your head at night. So I think pressure is great. It obviously comes with success, and obviously if we didn't want to have this type of pressure, we would have never won the regular season championship. We would have never been ranked number 6 in the nation. So I think pressure is a great thing, and I think the main thing really is just staying humble. I feel like the best thing you could do is just stay humble and during these times, and not get big-headed, and just continue to listen to the coaching staff, because they're going to put us in the best position to be successful.
How do you feel like, I guess, being atop the conference for so much of the year, how does that prepare you now that you go into this tournament kind of with the target on your back?
Not necessarily prepare. I think it's, like they always say, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. Mm-hmm. So there's a couple of teams in the tournament that will be trying to, beat them for the 3rd time. But like I said, I got all the respect to, all the coaches, all the teams in the conference, and I think it's going to be a battle. And, obviously made the best team win, and yeah.
St. John's hasn't had this type of profile in like 40 years, and how are you using this to fuel y'all's performance in the tournament, and do you almost have to silence that noise?
Not really about silence, because Coach P tells us to take care of business on the court, and obviously off the court to have a little bit of fun and take it in. But like I said, just to stay humble and stay hungry. And I think it's great. I think the city of New York has done a great job of getting behind us and giving us all the support and love that we needed. And the event we had at Applebee's with the meet and greet, I think it was great. We had at least like over 1,000 people there, so it was just really cool to see all those little kids coming up to you and saying we love you guys, thank you for everything. And even the older people, not older, but the older people coming and just telling us that they're so happy and proud of us. And it's really just we do it for them. So just to go out there and just keep on winning and make them happy.
RJ, when Coach Carnesecca died, I know Walter Berry was on campus for the funeral, and I think he was at a game or two. Did you get a chance to talk with him or meet with him?
No, but I think I should now. So
he's going to be here. So.
It'll be nice to meet him.
I think he's going to be here this week.
Haven't met Chris Mullin either, but I did get to meet Coach Carnesecca, and he's old timer, very very knowledgeable. So like I said, I tell the story all the time because that's the only story I got with him was when I seen him at the church 2 summers ago, and he remembered my name, and we spoke some kind words to me and Zuby.
Liam McNeely predicted there that he's gonna see everyone Saturday night for UConn in the final. Do you have a prediction for you guys?
That's good for him, but we're focused on Thursday.
RJ, can you speak to, obviously your recovery was a big part of your success this season. What kind of lessons from 2 years of Rick Pitino do you think has impacted your game the most?
The biggest lesson is definitely nothing changes if nothing changes. So obviously, you gotta want to have change to be successful. And that's really just the biggest thing. And just playing hard, and like I said, playing for the name on the front.
Take one more. Anybody?
RJ.
Say that again? Es una bendición muy grande, y el crédito a todo el trabajo que yo ponía hasta chiquito y estoy muy alegre poder llevar ese dominio de jugar los dos, defensivo y ofensivo.
¿Algún consejo o un saludo que tú le quieras decir a la comunidad dominicana o latina?
Que estamos aquí metiendo mano y gracias por todo el apoyo.
Te apoyamos, buen trabajo.
Thank you.
Congrats, RJ.
Appreciate it.
You took him out to dinner that night. Tell us a little bit about your relationship in that night.
I mean, that's my brother, man. That's my brother for life, and yeah, you know, Coach Pitino drew a play, and obviously it didn't go the exact way that he wanted it to go, and the way that we wanted it to go as well. But at the end of the day, that's still my boy, and that's still our teammate, and I just wanted to make him feel that that it's not a mistake, that it was still a good play. He just missed a shot, and so I took him out to dinner with my family, and just to make him feel special, and just to kind of just forget about the play and just move on to the next game.
Zuby, you obviously are really tight with RJ, and I guess from your perspective, everything he went through over the summer with his shins, can you just kind of detail kind of what you've seen and how he's gotten better for that all the way to get to this point?
I mean, just continuous hours of just rehab sessions, that he's went through, and he didn't, have consecutive days of practicing. So it was just really tough. You could just see him on the sidelines that he wanted to go out there, he wanted to be active, he wanted to be part of the team, but his shins wasn't, allowing him to fully function the way that he wanted to. So just to see him fight through adversity and just share this moment with his family, being the Big East Player of the Year, and there's nobody more deserving of that award than RJ Lewis. The amount of time that he's put in, and everything that he's really gone through, like I said, throughout the past year. So it was just a really emotional moment for him and his family, and I couldn't be more proud of him.
Zuby, you're going into the conference tournament. Coach Pitino was saying that, like, you guys have been in so many close games. What do you think are the qualities about this team that allow you to win so many close games?
I think we're in the best shapes of our lives. Obviously, with the practice session that Coach Pitino puts us through. So we're a little bit more conditioned than most teams, and we do whatever it takes to win. We're a gritty team. We enjoy playing off each other, and our whole motto all year is just do whatever it takes to win, and we found ways to win, especially in the toughest moments, and when the game is not necessarily going our way. But when that buzzer sounds, you got to be the team on top of this, and that ends up winning the game.
Zuby, is there a mentality almost that when it's close with 5 minutes left, you guys know you're going to win?
You can't know for sure, but you just stick to the same principles of what got you to that moment, and stick to your identity. And our identity all year has been on the defensive end, and I think that's when we start locking in, on the defensive end, especially when we know, the game is tight. We lean into our players like Kadari and Davon and RJ to essentially, just close out the game and put us in a great position to win the game.
Do you feel you're kind of like a first-hand example of what Coach Pitino can do as a coach, being with him 2 years, and now you win the Most Improved? Was it surprising to you that he's never won a Big East Coach of the Year before?
I mean, yeah, it was absolutely surprising. But like you said, there's been a lot of great Big East coaches to win the award. But so for him to be a part of history is absolutely amazing, and he's more than deserving of the award. And we know exactly the passion that he brings night in, night out, and every single day in practice. He pushes each and every one of us to our limits. He guides us not just on the court but off the court as well. So like I said, he's more than deserving of that award, and I'm really proud of Coach P and RJ for what they've done this year.
What's something about Coach Pitino that people on the outside don't know about him, or what it's like to play for him?
I mean, and we see his energy. We seen the infamous halftime speech. So everybody kind of gets a taste of what Coach P is like, but you never really know the kind of character he has. He's really soft. With me and my teammates, especially when it's not really basketball related. But in between the lines, the energy is always there. But off the lines, his jokes here and there, and he always got a smile on his face. So he's just a really, true honor to play under him.
How do you feel that being atop the conference for most of conference play has prepared you for being the top seed in this tournament, maybe having a target on your back?
It's a great preparation. Throughout the entire year, we've kind of been in that 1-2 range. I couldn't have really pictured this moment, but we all believe that we're going to be, the best team in the league, and we're going to win the Big East. And to see that come into fruition is, really, really special. And like I said, we just got to stick to our identity and stay level-headed because we still got a lot more to prove. And now the Big East tournament, it's the start of the Big East tournament. It's tomorrow for us, and we're trying to win that too, as my boy RJ said, and just to see how far we could go in the NCAA tournament.
What's the biggest way that Coach P has impacted the growth of the game?
The player development sessions, never hurt. He's always, there. He's always present, leading the player development sessions with me and the rest of the guys. So, he just pushes me to an extremely, high, standard, and holds me to a high standard. And just to see, my growth, not just on the court, but as a person, as a leader, that's all, Coach P is doing. And like I said, I'm really just appreciative to have played, 2 years, under Coach P, and I'm looking forward to what we got more.
Some of the highlights of this season was, some of the highlights of this season was the amount of game winners you guys have. How do you define that as an identity that you're able to come through with a clutch going into tournament time?
I feel like, we're one of the more conditioned teams in the country, and especially when it's, crunch time, we know exactly what's at stake, and we lean into, our leaders, our natural scorers like R.J. Lewis and guys like Kadari, who can facilitate, create for himself and others. And I think we've done a pretty good job of, keeping our focus and our identity, which starts on the defensive end and getting stops, especially when it's crunch time, and doing whatever it takes to win.
Understanding you don't know your opponent yet, just what are the challenges that Providence and then that Butler separately, I guess, present?
They got some really talented guards, and their bigs are coming along as well over the past few stretch. Butler is like a straight line driving team, and they do their best in getting down the lane and creating for open opportunities for others and stuff like that. And Providence is heavy on the pick and rolls and stuff like that. So the past couple days we've focused on both teams. Obviously not knowing who we're going to play, and we're going to watch the game of today as a team and to see who we're going to play tomorrow.
And how does it feel?
You said that you believed that you guys would win the regular season championship. So here we are at the conference tournament. Do you believe that you guys would win the tournament championship?
Absolutely. I feel like that's our goal, and we set a goal before the season, and we accomplished that goal. And this is yet another goal that we have in mind to win the Big East tournament. And like I said, we got to stick to the same principles that got us to this moment. And everybody has to have the same level of focus, and just enhance it, and just do whatever it takes to win, like we've done all year.
Do you feel like there's been a difference in the way Coach Pitino has prepared you guys going into the postseason from last year to this year?
No, not really. He's gonna stick to whatever he's done all year, and the stakes are a lot higher now, being in the postseason. Because one game and that could be your season. So everybody has to be ready mentally, physically, and we got to get our guard Davon back in the mix as well. So everybody's just really excited for what's at hand, because it's been a historic year, but like I said, we still got a lot more to prove.
Do you feel like you guys embrace
we'll let you get him outside if you'd like.
Well, they've worked very, very hard to get to this point, and you get your fruits for your labor when you work that hard, so I'm very proud of them.
Rick, what did you first see in RJ at UMass that made you think he'd
Well,
and how you been developed?
Yeah, he's a freshman, and you never know. He just kept getting better. Zuby and RJ kept getting better and better and better. And once he got over the shin injuries, we knew he was got a great vertical, good shooter, great passer, very good on-the-ball defender, very good rebounder, runs well. So he's got a total package.
Rick, he said you were the reason, he had visited Texas A&M and Louisville programs that had success more recently than St. John, but he said you were the reason he came to St. John's because of your ability to get guys better.
Well, I think Francisco Garcia, who also is Dominican, knew his dad really well, and his dad saw what we did with Francisco, and so they were big fans of the Louisville team, and it was a perfect match. He's very easy to coach because he wants to be great, and when you coach guys that want to be great, they're willing to put in the effort.
Anything to do with Davon?
He went through practice yesterday and a little bit today. I don't know if he'll play tomorrow. We'll see.
What's your message to the team just going into this Big East tournament, especially some of the guys who have played in this tournament?
You've got to stay focused on every little thing, and you've got to cut out, with the NCAA tournament as well as Big East, you've got to cut out all distractions. You've got to ask your family to go to the games, be supportive. You're going to see your family for the rest of your life. You got to shut the phones off, and you really, really got to focus in.
You guys have kind of had a target on your back for the last month or so after you've established you're the best team in the league. How much do you think that helps going into this tournament, that they've handled that hype and that extra attention so well?
You know, we played a lot of these teams to the last shot. Providence was twice a 2-point game. Butler was really close. We were down at halftime to a lot of the teams. So we've had very few blowouts, a lot of very close games.
Coach, they say it's hard to beat a team twice. Every team but two in this tournament, you've already done that. Is it hard? Is there any truth to the adage it's hard to beat a team again now for a third or second time?
Well, I think if you keep on doing the same things, the other team's going to change and do things better. So you have to change each time you play a team and come up with new schemes offensively and defensively, new wrinkles, so to speak. If you just do the same things over and over, then you're probably going to get beat a third time. So sometimes if you're the best team, you'll win. If you change things, make it more difficult on their scouting, it'll be helpful.
Rick, you weren't just talking about all of the close games that you guys have been in and won. Do you think that there's a quality in this team that makes it, durable for March?
I don't know. I think free throw shooting always comes into play in the NCAA tournament. We've been making our free throws at the end of games, which helps. We've improved our shooting from the field, which helps. So we're still growing, we're still getting better, but look, I've been in the first round, and as they said earlier, I've been to 7 Final Fours. You have no idea until you get the matchups. Selection Sunday, you'll watch the opposition team that you're going to play, and you have a better feel.
Really, how impressed are you that, even with Davon after, you've seen some guys step up, whether it's a lefty, Ruben, that maybe your depth has improved in recent years?
Well, Lefty and Ruben have both gotten significantly better. Sim's playing really well. Sim was playing well prior to that. He was just getting in foul trouble. He's been the best player in practice the last month by far. But because of early foul trouble, he was taking himself from having a good game. So very encouraged by the improvement of those guys. Not afraid to put them in the game. We're growing still. We're getting better. I like what I see every day. We've had great practices this week, so I like what I see.
Let's start with Mike. You talked about this. You might be surprised to see this is the first time you've won this particular award with Coach.
Well, remember now, you've got Jim Calhoun, John Thompson, Ole Messi. You're not going to win it. The year Providence, I won a national coach of the year. I don't even think I was getting votes in the
John Thompson won that.
Yes, so
what does it mean to you to win in this league, considering what
anytime your peers vote for you, it's a special meaning. But look, I'm pleased, don't get me wrong, but I'm more pleased that my son won and the players got their awards, because my son did one of the phenomenal jobs in the country this year with what he lost. I really thought he was going to struggle. Never told him that. I thought he was going to struggle this year because we lose 2 senior backcourt players, 3 to the top, and he was one of the best players in the Big 12. And you know, he's got Nelly Joseph Jr. He stole from me at Iona back, and he's got a great guard. But I never thought I would see this. So very excited for my son.
What does it mean, Rick, that it's the first time ever a father and son both won Coach of the Year awards this year?
I think it's awesome. It's awesome. The Patino family's on a great run right now. My two children, Ryan and Michael, just were down Indian Creek, this famous golf course down in Florida. I'm real proud of them. They finished last and second to last. But I'm real proud of them.
Just real quick, are you encouraged, Davon, that you've been able to practice to see what they're doing?
So here's the story with Davon. When he came back from that, I think it was the Villanova game, he's never was the same Davon. He was always worried about getting hit again. So it's, more than anything else, he's got to get over the mental part of getting hit again. Because you're going to get hit. If you're a point guard, you're going to get hit in your shoulders because you have to get over screens. You have to handle pick and rolls. Once he gets over the mental aspect of that, he'll be fine and he'll be the great player that he was in the first half of the season.
Did he look okay to you, though, in practice?
He looked okay. I think he's rusty. He hasn't practiced in a long time. But, you know, besides Davon, a lot of guys have missed practice. Injuries. I mean, we lost Brady Dunlap. We lost Jaden Glover, two of our better shooters. You know, we lost a lot of players this year, and they didn't miss a beat.
That's all we have time for. Everyone's okay.
Everybody's okay.
All right.